Welcome back all. Let's get into it. I know I've been off for a little bit. I've moved houses a few times, but I'm going to be regular from now on. So let's go into pound. All right, we're on the daily time frame. We've got our ABC, the initiation of the move down, because we've had a completed wave one. Okay, so I'm expecting price to come down. Okay, I don't believe this. We took this high over here, okay, which is a bullish sign, but I don't believe we're going to be looking for any buys now. That's a very basically that's released breakout sellers into the market, okay, and price is going to come down. Now there's two things price can do. It can come down into one of these fib levels over here. It can come down into one of these fib levels, like the 618 at least, I would say, okay, because just the price action, the inefficiencies and the imbalances and whatnot. Okay, so let me just draw out the one I'm looking at. Okay, and then it could go higher from there, but I believe we finished the wave one, and this isn't a completed wave two. I believe this ABC is an A wave. Okay, not only that, we've created equal lows down here. So I'd expect price to come down into this blue box where we've got this imbalance, and from that point,
I'll be above liquidity.
1 second.
This is a reminder. I'll be above liquidity.
Okay, cool. So I'm anticipating price to come down to these levels. Alexa, stop. Into this area, taking out this low. Now, how do we take the trade? Go into the 4-hour time frame. Okay. Now, I'm definitely looking for sales today. In fact, you know what? Let's take the drawings off quickly. I'm looking for price. This is precisely what I'm looking for. I'm looking for price to manipulate this high and dump. It might manipulate this high, this 4-hour candles high and dump, but I really think we might be manipulating this high. And if you look closely, it's a bit of an inefficient area here. Okay, so we can tap into that inefficiency over there and we can drop. Let me go to the 1-hour time frame. So this is posing as the high right now, and it can be. Okay, but something needs to happen in here, like say grabbing this high and then dropping or something like that, because usually price after swiping that high there above the 50 EMA, we've got 3 hits above the 50 EMA, which is what we like to look for. Okay, mind you, sorry, let me just, oh yeah, you do have an idea of the Elliott wave count, okay, because I've said we've got a 1 wave, which is here. Okay, that's our 1 wave up here. Okay, completed. So now we're looking for a wave 2. Okay, we've got a 5 wave move down here. Great. A 3 wave move down here. In fact, if I'm to be precise with you, this is a zigzag. Okay, and a 5, a 3, and a 5. We've pulled up again. We manipulated. We pulled up again, sorry, and then we pulled down again. And then when we came back up, we manipulated this high. Okay, and now we're coming back down again. The move down is also corrective in look, but this can be a leading diagonal. Okay, you can see we've got the converging lines here. That can be a leading diagonal in a 1. So we're looking for a 2 to then take price lower. We need at least a 0.382 hit if we're going to, we want high probability. So it's rare for a structure not to at least hit the 0.382. Okay, what have I pressed? opposite there. The 0.382 has not been hit yet. Okay. From that high to this low, and the 0.382 is just over here. So this could be what they're doing. On top of that, we've got this trend line, which would be ideal for the market to grab. So should we get up above here, fill this inefficiency, that pink line there, grab the trend line, that would provide the market with enough liquidity to chuck it down, basically. Yeah. Now, we have, like I said, manipulated above the 50 EMA. There is a chance we would leave this. There's a chance we could leave this. So I'm focused on this area here. So what would make me, right, if this 1 hour candle here, yeah, would close below the 13 EMA, or even at the 13 EMA at this point, yeah, then I'm happy to take this, okay? Markets aren't perfect. We've come very close to the 0.382. We have a supply over here. And if we are going to be respecting this last up move before the down move, then we already are at target. Okay, so another thing, if we close this hour candle and this remains, this over here, the TDI, okay, remains below this 50 static, that's also a sell for me. 15-minute time frame, it even looks like it's dumping now. Okay, 15-minute, hold on. 15-minute time frame, we want to close below the 50 EMA. That's over here. That is over here. Okay, we get a close below here. I'll be holding my cells. I just entered the cells. Okay, I'm fully aware of the possibility that price can do this. Okay, I don't want to miss it, so I've gotten a little bit early because I'm not paying too much attention to the chart because I'm doing this video. So Euro USD, clearly we've manipulated this high, this red line that I've got here, clearly. But potentially we'll come up into this area and then drop. Okay, if I show you the count on Euro USD, excuse all the lines, okay. And this is outdated, so we've got our purple 3 there, and this would be my purple 5. This will be the initiation down. Okay, as you can already see, this is not impulsive. Okay, this could be 1, then 2, but then 3, 4 came too high, so this would be ABC. This would also be ABC, and as you can see on the 4-hour time frame, we've closed below the 50 EMA, and our closest inefficiency is just above us, that pink line, which is also this supply zone, the last up move for the down move that caused this break of structure, fractal break of structure. Also the 4 hours below the 50 static, and on a 1 hour time frame, we're way below it. So we could be coming to tap the 50 static and drop, which would equate to, on the chart, another tap of this area here, the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA, and I've got that marked up there. So we could, this is exactly what I'm looking for on Euro USD. Okay, for the optimal trade, yeah, that will provide great risk to reward. That over there, and then I'm expecting price to go down and at least reach this area, the low daily range, this imbalance over here. Right, I'm also in NASDAQ. I did take partials and I've left a little runner. NASDAQ is bullish to me. NASDAQ came down and touched my demand zone and then took off, basically. Okay, I had the demand zone drawn out. It's not on the chart now. On the 15-minute time frame, sorry to be a bit rushed, but I am providing what is necessary for the trades to be taken today. And my computer's moving a bit slow. Okay, we're above the 50 MA on the 15-minute time frame after hitting my demand area and getting bullish divergence, as you can see down here. So NASDAQ, I expect to continue higher, but from this inefficiency here, we could see some downside. Okay. And reach one of these EMA levels. Fibonacci retracement levels. Okay. So I don't expect to go below the 618 from wherever this high goes. Obviously, if it goes higher, we'll drag this higher. Okay, and then still, unless price, yeah, I'm. If it came up to here, then maybe we tap the 618. But I don't expect price to get below this wick. I don't expect. Let me show you the truth. I don't expect price to get below. It could tap the top of this box. That to me would be the maximum that I expect for the retracement for NASDAQ. NASDAQ, I'm expecting to continue higher and to make a new high. Maybe not today, most likely not today. But what we could aim for today is this supply zone. Give me a sec. What we could aim for today, may not get there today, but there's this supply zone by the high daily range. That's a confluence. We also have these liquidity highs here, descending highs. So I'm expecting price to come, run those, tap into here, and then we could get a substantial retracement. So that risk to reward, that risk to reward, if you were to take it from where price is right now, and then the stop loss would be, like I said, just below this demand here. Up to the high daily range, we're looking at just over 3 times risk to reward, okay? Let's quickly go to, say, NZDUSD and AUDUSD. NZDUSD, okay, is bottomed out. In fact, it's still very close to the lows. Wow, NZDUSD, let me see if we got that bullish. We got that bullish divergence over there. We didn't get to the bottom of the channel. For NZDUSD, I'm looking for upside. Immediately, I can see that I'm looking for upside here. I'm looking for quite a deep wave 4 here. So, potentially, let's see how far we can go. If this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, fourth wave, we're looking at anywhere between the 0.382 and the 50. Do not touch the 618. So I don't see us going to the 50 EMA. For that to happen, we'd have to go sideways for ages while the EMA catches up with price. So this is a trade I'm actually very interested in. Yeah, upside for NZDUSD to at least the 0.382 where the 13 EMA is, and then you want to see a trap in, inducement of higher, 3 pins to the high, drop, and price should come down and go below this channel line over here. Okay, which if I just go to the 4 hour, give you a clearer picture. It's like that, okay? So this may not be WXY. This might be a AB 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah? So don't mistake that with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going on here. That's a smaller degree. But we could have this is why I've got this channel here, yeah? Whether it's AB or 1, 2. This 1, 2, okay? So we expect to displace below the bottom of this channel. But price doesn't seem to be ready yet because we look like we're coming up to provide a better entry at the fourth wave, okay, of this degree. So it doesn't matter if price comes above this, the line here, and touches into this one, because it's not the fourth wave for this, it's the fourth wave for this internal structure. Once we get the bigger three done, so that's this over here, okay, for that 1, 2, 3. Once this is done, the fourth wave we look for after there, that one we do not want to come and touch the origin of the first one. If it does, it doesn't mean that we're not bearish anymore. All it means is that it's not an impulse that we're counting to the downside. Okay, down to AUDUSD. This one is another clearly bearish one. Look at that distribution, man. Look at that. That's the UTAD. Okay, UTAD dump breaker structure. Another redistribution over here. Okay, that's our UTAD. Last point of supply, bang. That's the supply zone, but this is the one, if any, that I'd anticipate price potentially coming into before going lower. Now, if we did the count, we could see this is actually just like NZDUSD. And if that's the third wave finish of this degree, 1, 2, 3. So you'd have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 or 3. So we could go 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, so it's a little tricky when I say it like that, but bottom line is that's a 1, that's a 2. If that's a completed 3, which, don't know. In fact, this would go there, right? We have hit the 1618. Okay, so 1, and this would be 2. And then in there, we probably got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 or 3. So 1, 2, 3 or 3, 4 or 3, 5 or 3, give us a 1, 2, 3. Yeah? Quickly just draw something. 1, 2, incomplete 3. Okay? I think we're getting price action like this. In fact, for this degree, 1, 2, 3, sorry, 3 could be complete. Okay, if it's not, we're looking for another little quick push down and not going far, just a little, like grabbing this low and then coming back up. Then we're looking for 4, then we're looking for 5. So sells in this area, basically. If price would make another little low, then we'd pull this down to wherever that low was, okay, and then we'd look for the 0.382 at least, which could be this inefficiency, this purple line over here. But I would advise to take them from higher, as I can already see we've got these descending highs over here. So to me, price is going to get just above this black line before price would make a sell. Okay, so that's AUD, that's NZD, that's pound, that's euro, and also NASDAQ, which I'm currently still in. Pound looks like it's dumping right now. Pound looks like it's really dumping right now. Okay, so that's the analysis for now. Not for today, but for now. I will be back, okay, to give more analysis later on today. So please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know of any charts you want me to do a breakdown on. I will be doing some lessons as to how to really apply, things like the EMAs alongside Elliott Wave and smart money concepts and WYCKOFF, so that to help people get a better understanding on how I approach these markets. Hopefully that will be of help to you. So thank you for watching. Take care.